Hello and welcome back to some more Grounded 2 news. There's a video, it's about 13 minutes long, that has a little bit more information about Grounded, what to expect, what they're thinking about for the park, and enemies and things like that. So let's take a look. Of course, this is a React video, so there will be pausing if you want to watch the original video. Have it down below. But let's get into it. Classic Grounded noise. Look at that unit. Oh, hold on, I have to go back to this real quick. Look at the unit of a. Look at this thing. You think it's poisonous? Huh? Think it's poisonous? That's gonna be interesting. I wonder how squishable it is. Look, some Weevil families. Let's see a couple things. Notice we got a little snail. Finally, snail, and also cherries. So
we're so proud.
It'd be something new, maybe.
What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant,
Rick Moranis style,
in the backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped
old backyard,
explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us.
We did.
The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. And to
these B-roll shots.
Steal a bit of time from the direct to give you a deeper look.
Okay.
There's so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game. So with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger.
Oh.
To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at RIDEABLE Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world.
So that's the similar tree.
Community Park.
Community Park. So still gonna have I guess an oak tree. Although I see some other trees around. Maybe there'll be multiple trees.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, RIDEABLE Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narrow.
So we have the ice cream truck tipped over, I guess. Looking to see if there's anything, I guess a podium. Okay. Anything new that we can spy? Not quite. Nothing that I can immediately glean.
Relatively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Okay, so their team up seems like it'll be good.
Is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment.
Oh.
Our two studios with Obsidian Entertainment.
Okay, I went to a different video and it looks like it's the same thing. I don't know what this is.
DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises.
So I'm excited. I'm hopeful. That means we're going to get a great game. There's been a lot of flops recently. Hopefully they stick to that. That's going to be exciting. I mean, I don't know too much about the team they're partnered with, but here's hoping.
The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops,
there it is, the classic clap,
and Pete.
Pete looks better.
They're a couple years older.
He's not as nerdy.
A bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s.
More
Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park.
Beautiful park.
Not only
Look
is
at
it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard.
3 times.
Starting area.
That's gonna be great. 3 times. So because in the other video they had rideable bugs. That's gonna be great actually. So hopefully the rideable bugs will be, I guess, important to get traversing. I did watch a little bit beforehand. I did see something that they may not have zip lines immediately. So
it's actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
That'd be interesting. I'm curious what the story would be with
and what we're
that.
excited about in terms of the park.
Like, what kind of story would the the residents actually be able to tell, especially with the children? I don't know, like, well, okay, so many questions of like why are they small again? How are they in the backyard, or I guess park, all that kind of stuff. But we'll, I guess, have to find out with the storytelling.
Park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant.
Mega speaker. Trash.
Everything from a giant trash can
picnic
to
table,
a community picnic table, or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
The crow's back. Quarters.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk.
Okay.
And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state.
Mantis.
And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart.
Well, before we get into the ice cream cart, so he said it was abandoned. So does that mean there's like bigger implications? Like, why was it abandoned? I mean, obviously you can tell it's been tipped over and all the ice cream dumped out. Do we have like a bigger overarching story of like Ominent being, because in the trailer it said like previous bad company or such, like Ominent, so like they've somehow turned their image around because they're the ones who are going to make statues for the teens. Did they continue doing stuff? Have they, continue doing bad things? Is this part of it? Is why that the backyard is empty, or sorry, the park is empty, or why it was abandoned?
In all the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over.
All the commotion.
Its contents have spilled out.
What commotion?
To the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
Lovecraftian scorpions.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park, and
so that, I wonder if that's a clue. A bunch of toxic stuff in the cart, in the park. Were they dumping? Is it the town? Like, did everybody leave because the Ominent polluted the town? And why are the teens back here? Are the teens back here to try to find evidence or something?
And so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach. We're oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better. We also wanted to add a new layer of strategy.
They've made them worse. They've. I mean, I got over a lot of my fear of spiders, but they're so hairy now. Why did that be hairy?
The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too. But there's also
more
an
challenge.
entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking.
Okay.
We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack.
Look at that new creature. Okay, so maybe the combat system, the whole change. I do wonder if it'll be focused around like having to have 4 people. Or like, I wonder how the solo experience will be.
And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too.
Dashing
sort of like
really good.
But one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton
dual
of fun.
blocking.
We're leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues.
Okay, it's a dinky.
Effect-wielding mages, and ranged hunters.
I don't know.
In the first ground,
I don't know how. I guess that will really turn out, because I mean, if you have multiple people, that can work. But I wonder. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work for like people. Like, there's just gonna be one play style that's gonna end up working for most situations, I assume.
Granted, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different play styles.
Okay, so new play styles.
Not only will there be
I don't know if I like the UI. I don't know. Oh, they actually have the numbers though on all of the stuff. Yeah, the UI seems a little odd. Okay, so I mean, fighting styles. Oh, interesting. So fighting style is assassin, dual weapons, strike with critical precision, daggers and sickles. Sickles, new. Deal bonus damage with crit hits. Assassin, dagger master. Anything else? I mean, these look a lot of the same ones.
Passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any...
I mean, okay, they were the same though, like passive and active mutations. I mean, you activate them all. Well, I guess maybe maybe they'll have mutations that you just unlock by playing, and then the other ones, so you just have a permanent buff basically, and then you have other ones that are active to change your playing style. Maybe that, because if you know, there are certain things that always have to turn on when playing sometimes in Grounded. So maybe they've kind of made it so that they're more, you pick the mutations that are really going to change how you fight, and you're not just picking the same thing, you know, cardio fan, natural explorer, etc. So we'll have to see.
Game is chasing after those game-breaking builds, and that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now you can even dual wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardio fan mutations.
Ambush. So it's interesting. So this new mutation ambush, I wonder if you get like a bonus for if they're not detected you yet.
With the Wolfbane
they may have fixed some of the like aggro range and things like that.
Daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage.
So you saw that like little charge animation. So I wonder if that's a charging. It looks quicker, which is great because the charging in the before was not great. It could have been because charged because of back or ambush, maybe. Well, I don't know. Well,
also
no idea.
inflicts venom. Then I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up.
It's interesting. Back on that Scorpion, it was...
It evolved with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
Where is it? Oh, I went too far.
Too far. Grounded.
High risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way.
There's that, and then I'm
looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands.
So notice the Scorpion's attacking like normal, right? Whatever enemies
on the archetype,
and then it's defending. I wonder if a lot more creatures will start like doing a defensive stance and stuff like that. So negating or reducing your damage output
system.
Interesting.
It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things
Stinky's
about
gonna
Grounded
be excited
is
about
the
that.
variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester.
Harvester, right.
I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friend's seeds. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
You know, a lot more. I think we saw some of this in the trailer. A lot more like normal building stuff. Hopefully, I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, hopefully expanded upon that.
We're also trying
Some
to
of the
make
windows,
sure that
it
armor
looks
and
like.
equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends.
There's that weapon. I'm just curious what that is.
It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts. Our mounts, we call them buggies, have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities and attacks.
So, I mean, okay, I mean, like, it'd be nice. I mean, I guess it depends on how hard it is recovering them if they die and things like that.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that buggies had unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded.
Look at the little guy.
So that
He's
doesn't
got
just
fast.
mean exploration.
He's got like a little, oh, the handles. I thought he had a bow on his head. Now, what's that in the back? That is a Let's go.
And travel.
Okay.
That has gameplay implications for combat, crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand.
I mean, I thought the handing out was pretty good
throughout the game. We're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The B would be the one that people would want the most. I think that's going to be the most impactful. The red ant seems interesting.
There can enlist up to 2 red ant workers
up to 2
follow you around and help you out. If you get into
mind
combat
control them,
and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support. The orb weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special abilities.
That seems interesting, like the maneuvering like that. Also, let's look over there to the left there. There's a big old spider hole. Boss area. It's underground, though, so I wonder what kind of spider it'll be. I mean, you know, Brood Mother was on up top in a bush. Infected Brood Mother was down below. What do you think that could be?
Like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the orb weavers won't be your base building buggy. You should use the red ant soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat.
You know, so like in the back of it, it does look like it has backpacks of some sort. So hopefully, I mean, you know, I will be using them if they can actually store extra stuff, and they don't die too often. That was all, you know, it was the problem. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, you have this thing that takes a while to tame. Oh, it did. Wah, wah. Go get another one. It's like, oh, jeez.
Red ant soldiers and orb weaver spiders will be available at game preview launch.
Okay, so they have 2 of those.
Future, but
imagine Black Widow. God, you'll never lose. Just a Black Widow with you the whole time.
Those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day 1, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs.
The Harry Potter reference. Put a turban on that guy.
Like, the game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so much value in building it alongside the community.
The input, what works, what doesn't work.
Devs, I found a game-breaking bug that makes you super powerful. Everybody's using it and loving it.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna patch it and make it worse.
Oh, thank you.
Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park.
Little chompy chompies. I bet they're gonna have like things that you're gonna need them with.
We're actually keeping zip
like
lines
you have to have
back,
a buggy with
so we
you.
can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy.
That's what I heard. That they're going to be zip lines are gonna be like maybe. I don't know. I think what they said earlier. Here, let's go, Big Trav. It would be. The initial phase is going to be like the size of the current backyard. And then they're going to, I guess, open up. That's going to be opened up at some point. Maybe that's work in progress. With double zip lines, I'm trying to think. The only part about the backyard, because it wasn't too large, but it was like 2 stories. Like you had to go up. And that was the only annoying part. It's not that hard to run from one side to the other. You know, zip lines were pretty good. It's mainly getting over those humps. You didn't have to go to certain areas. It may not be that bad. I guess we'll see. 3 times as large. You know, it could be bad. Zip lines may be necessary. And also, if you make a giant base, it'd be kind of nice to have a zip line. But, you know, I'm not going to, until we get into it, I'm going to be like, okay, we'll just see. I'm not going to be too critical of that. And it may make the backyard, or well, like the park feel more large and imposing. I guess we'll see.
The experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow.
Okay, explosion in Brook Hollow Park. So let's look at this little picture here too. So you have the whole area over there, that top of the left. That's going to be like it looks like a greenhouse area or something. That's not a wall of some sort. I do wonder where we're going to start. Probably like near the statue, maybe, because there's like the hot dogs. You know, you gotta have the hot dogs in there. There's a water section. It looks like okay, but the explosion.
Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories.
Well, I mean, already, so I guess some theories. Do we have we have a female boss? We're gonna boss lady it. Also, what is that picture? I don't know what it is. It looks like an eyes. It looks like crowns, like that.
This time around, we're leaning even more into that, and we'll be keeping a close eye on what our players discover and how they interpret it.
Oh, that's a dead person. Skeleton. That looks like a tracksuit. That may be like a pantsuit. That may be the boss lady, CEO. Interesting.
Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pace.
Fast and deadly. Oh wait, here, all right, let's go back. Oh, let's just take a little peek on this whiteboard.
As a small team,
it could just be memes, but all the buggies. Or we were something attack, climb and webs, web bridges, harvest pets, harvest parts.
Experiment with
attack, spider, soldier ant. Okay, so there's nothing to
update pacing and scope. And what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our big updates, new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff. And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
That's good.
All of us.
I mean, I did like the updates that they did have. It did take sometimes some like amount of time between them, but they were, you know, big and they added a fair amount of stuff. I mean, obviously the content, you can burn through it really quickly if you've already played a lot, but it added a lot to it. So yeah, no, I would like in terms of our updates, I was, you know, happy with a lot of the stuff. Obviously you want more things. But I guess this is more things. Old Grounded 2 is more things.
And IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an
That just seems cool, though, like what they've done with this. Plum, get on this. Oop, I muted it.
Entirely new perspective.
Plum, definitely get on that. Start making that.
You in Brook Hollow Park.
Ooh. Although we got to go back. What's in frame right here? It's just right here, like new building stuff, new building materials, like a little palm leaf. Make a little tiki bar, Brad.
In Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Classic music. The cherries, the snail. That's an interesting. Could you imagine riding it? Actually, I guarantee this. If we can mount the snail, I'm going to ride it into battle. The cherries as well. That's gonna be. I wonder if it's gonna be the bear leather or something like that. A lot of the same enemies. Oh, let's see here. There's something on the wall. What was on the wall? Just wires and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. All right. Mind control. They got so I do wonder if they're gonna have temperature, in this thing. Like you have to have like warmth, like the opposite sizzle basically. Since everything's frozen, you're gonna have to stay warm. Cool sword though. Cool Tano 2.0. Cockroach. trying to see if there's anything. Oh, so you're up here. I wonder if this will have anything to do with anything, like if that's part of the plot. Like, oh, we need to plug it into. Probably small though. We need to plug it in so we can speak. Grounded 2. Boom, baby. Exciting. Chicken jockey.
Just like how we wanted to expand.
So, I mean, so that's some of the things we're going to expect. Like looking at these buggies
as well. Just like how we.
I do wonder if they're going to have like can run with this thing.
Well,
because this is kind of slow.
To expand on.
They weren't holding too much as well. I don't know.
Building as well. Just like how
these are going to have to hold a fair amount. They're also not that quick, at least from this little bit. I mean, they don't hold. I mean, they may be able to hold more than this. I'm hoping so, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not that worth it, right? Maybe there'll be some bonuses for getting something with them. Maybe they could just be alongside you as you go, and then it'd be nice to actually, like, if you have, they're just harvesting and whatnot, you can, you know, have them with you. It's like you can push a button to like go away, go hide to get out of combat. You can't take this, run away. That way you don't lose these guys too easily, and maybe it won't be that bad to get pets and things like that. Maybe you could have a whole stable of them. You have at least 3 right here, so it may be possible to have like tons of them. Breeding, oh god, could you imagine if there was they have those kinds of stats on them, and you can start breeding. We just made Ark, but it's bugs. You can actually get stats on them, and then maybe like level. No, I don't know about level them up, but like maybe breed them and have different stats. Oh, I guess I don't know how you'd breed them, because considering you would have to capture an ant queen. But something like that would be interesting to make them faster, carry more, and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll be faster, especially if you're not going to have zip lines right away.
How we wanted to expand on.
Okay, so I wanted to come back here as well. Backpack, I think that's close to what you have, or I don't know if they're missing a row. Body, head, does it have any? It doesn't say what these are. Does it look like it? Strong hand, weak hand. Body, head, legs, trinket slot. Little dial, I guess. Wonder if you could change the teeth in you. I wonder what all these mean. Interesting.
2. Not only will there be
so I mean, fighting styles, combat abilities, exploration. Applied 0-4. I wonder, I guess, how this will be applied. You have to like fist. I guess this would be clubs, magic, combat. So then maybe I wonder if they would only let you have one. No, so wait, it's applied 0-4.
the passive mutate.
I'm assuming this is applied, or this is on at the moment. So maybe the fighting style doesn't count towards a mutation loadout, so you can pick between whichever these are. And then maybe, so you have survival, exploration, combat. Maybe you can add in below, so you can swap between those. Unless it's just not, you know, here yet, right? But maybe you pick one of these, and then you have some that you can pick. Stronger, silent, defense event, defense in general, something with a heart.
But there will also
But yeah, it doesn't seem to be changing. So unless it's just not
be active
selected.
mutations.
Oh, no. You know what? I take it all back. I should have just played a little bit longer. You have to activate it. So I did apply that one. Unleash the full power of Candy Staff. Sizzle, burns, brighter, frozen, froze, shatter. Okay, so that may just be the frozen thing. It actually only has 2 though, sizzle and frozen.
And a lot of
this may be just a frozen. I was hoping it was the salt wand.
These archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited. Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin.
So yeah, like the builds, I wonder how
all in on the rogue. Now,
in depth
you can even
they're going to be.
Daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin.
Like, it looks like you have a, like, well, venom. I guess he described it as venom. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, gosh, I mean, it's so hard to like
and cardio
think about like what things there could be here. I guess the different active mutations to have different like abilities. So he's looking. So the way he described it is it's you sneak in, hit, and then run to one shot. I don't know how effective that will be long term though.
And mutations with the Wolfbane.
Also, like, okay, they're teenagers. They
daggers and the wolf spider armor.
We're leaning into clear play styles for.
Yeah, I'm very curious about the play styles. How much that you'll be pushed into them, I guess. And also what's going to be the default effective useful one. I always kind of went heavier armor because, you know, we play on one mode, they hit a little bit harder. I guess we'll have to see. Like there's so much like, you know, just don't know. Like, what is this weapon? What do the magic do? Maybe magic would be good. Can you really like just one tap most of the bugs in the backyard? With that, can you do glass cannon and just decimate? In which case, that's probably gonna work the best. I'm excited to see more. Hopefully, I mean, we were what, 2 months, less than 2 months away from it, the release. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be doing it here live that day. I hope to see you around. If there's more updates and things like that, more videos, I will take a look to see if there's anything else that comes up. I haven't seen too many other than new weapons and things like that. I haven't seen too much. Like, I mean, there's some new stuff, new area, new bigger. I can't wait to be able to have something that's 3 times as large, because the backyard always felt so small. I'm excited about having something that's massive. Well, if you like what you saw, don't forget to hit me with a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.